less than 48 hours away from the $5,000 FIFA Pro Club weekend on One Play Sports. Singapore's Ticky Tack await the winners of tonight's semi-final. It's Amigos of Malaysia against BrotherhoodVN of Vietnam. Welcome, friends. Park those COVID worries at the door and come on in to the west wing of the One Play esports spectrum for the penultimate time in this FIFA rotation. We present to you the One Play Pro Club Challenge, its second semi-final night. Who will join Ticky Tack in Saturday night showpiece? It will either be a team from Vietnam or Thai or Malaysia. Can the Vietnamese prevent a causeway lockout in our two grand finals? Of course, incredible scenes last night as Singapore came from behind to knock out Thailand in the semi-finals of the One Play Sports C Nation Cup, meaning Malaysia take on Thailand in our grand C Nations Cup final on Sunday. Will it be a similar story on Saturday night? We're about to find out. Alongside me to analyse the action, the Prince of Pro Club, the man that's got all the answers to the FIFA questions, the notorious Nitin Nambiar. And Nitin, tonight's game pits two teams who are very comfortable in the quarterfinals against each other. A clash of cultures, two teams packed full of internationals, and I'm not expecting extra time tonight. I'm expecting a goal fest.
Yeah, we've got two teams. We've got the Amigos from Malaysia, one of the well-known Malaysian pro club teams, and we've got BrotherhoodVN from Vietnam, another well-known team in Southeast Asia. So it's great to see two tough teams competing here in the semi-finals. Of course, the Amigos got through by beating one godlike VN Brothers, followed by Thai Gang. And BrotherhoodVN got through by beating Old Man United, Kropo, and Buffalo Run. So no easy way to the semi-finals for both these teams, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, they both beat Thai opposition in the quarterfinals, but no question, BrotherhoodVN, the more impressive of the two. They tore apart Buffalo Run in two legs, 3-0 in each leg for a 6-0 aggregate win. Can they carry that form forward to our semi-final? And the reason why tonight's game is so important, as I said at the top of the show, we are just a couple of days away from a $5,000 weekend here in the One Play Pro Club spectrum. Here is the prize money breakdown for the One Play Pro Club Challenge. 800 Sing dollars to the winners, 400 to the runners-up, 300 to the third place team. The player of the tournament, as judged by the Notorious, gets 100 Sing dollars, and the goalkeeper 100 Sing dollars. And speaking about the goalkeeper of the tournament, I should say so, we might see one of the contenders for that prize on display tonight, because Nitin Nambiar is an unapologetic fan of BrotherhoodVN's keeper, the traitor kid, aren't you, bro?
Yeah, he's he hasn't kept the most clean sheets, but he's come up with some really big saves for his team in some really key moments. And not just for BVN, even for Vietnam, he put on some really good performances. So yeah, you're right. Traitor Kid is a keeper that I really admire.
Yeah, Vietnam arguably unlucky to go out of the C Nations Cup at the group stage, and they have a team tonight, BrotherhoodVN, with several Vietnamese internationals amongst the starting 11. The team used to come very shortly. Speaking of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, we're looking forward to the grand final and indeed the third, fourth place playoff that comes to you live on Saturday. Note the earlier start time, 10 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. This is what the One Play Sports C Nation Cup is all about. We brought together the 8 C Nations during these tough COVID times. We had a fantastic group stage in a format mirroring the AFF Suzuki Cup, and we are now down to our final two. Malaysia, Singapore on Sunday night, Indonesia and Thailand will contest the third and fourth place playoff. And the money up for grabs here is absolutely huge. There is $1,000 up for grabs for the winner, 750 US for the runners-up, a monkey 500 for the third, the golden boot $125 US. Shamir Razik, after his incredible 3 goals last night, sitting on 9. Can he possibly reach double digits in the final? He's in pole position there. But Wang Ping is a couple behind, and he'll have the third and fourth place playoff to try and make an impact. And in terms of the golden gloves, well, Zihars leads the way there, and he also will contest a third and fourth place playoff. So there's a chance that it's still that the 2 golden boot and golden glove prizes may actually be decided in the first game of the night on Sunday.
Yeah, that's really funny how you put it, because we've got technically one of the best strikers in the competition, Wu Yang Ping, coming up against the best goalkeeper in the competition in Ziha. So, not just exciting in the final, we've got a third and fourth match that is going to be really closely contested as well.
After tonight, all roads lead to our grand finals weekend. We have got you covered on all bases. We're the only place to be over the course of Saturday and Sunday. We're on air. Take a note of that early start time. That's Singapore time, GMT +8. The One Play Pro Club final and third, fourth place playoff on Saturday. On Sunday, we move on to the C Nations Cup before we bring the curtain down on this incredible rotation of One Play Pro Club action. It's been an absolute blast, Nitin, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been lots of fun, not just the matches. I have to say the community that we've created. We've got so many people, so many familiar faces always commenting and interacting with us. And just want to say thank you to all of you. We really appreciate all your support, and we hope you'll join us all the way till Sunday.
Yeah, keep an eye out on the bracket for the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, just to confirm where everybody is. Malaysia, Singapore in the grand final, Indonesia, Thailand in the third, fourth place playoff after two sensational semi-finals. Malaysia qualifying by virtue of the away goals, and Singapore getting a huge 3-0 win at the Raja Mangala in the second leg to turn over a 2-1 home leg deficit against the Thais. And just to keep you in the mood, even though there's no action tomorrow night, we'll be with you live for a pre-show. We'll be joined by the managers of all our finalists. Join us for that tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. You can catch it all on One Play Sports. Make sure you give us an LSFC. You can like and follow the brand new One Play esports page as well. But we're all about connecting communities and creating heroes, aren't we, big man?
Yes, and again, as we mentioned, we've created a wonderful little pro club community, created some heroes, Shami Azik, Wu Yang Ping, and today, possibly the cool guy, Hui Nguyen, Afif Ferro. These are all the guys that we expect to do well today.
Yeah, the cool guy coming up with that incredible golden goal against Counterpart, because BrotherhoodVN certainly dodged a few bullets in the early rounds, but they've only got better as the tournament has gone on. Can they keep that thread going throughout the course of tonight? Right, shout-out time. Giles Daryl Malonzo wants a shout-out. Nitim, give him a shout-out.
What's up, Daryl? How you doing, my friend?
Camille is with us. We've got Afif Fawad there as well, our dear friend from the Philippines. Choji Benjamin, great to have you with us, Choji. He says, let's go, amigos. He's on the Malaysian side tonight. Big shout-out to the Vietnamese national team manager of VM Brothers, Trung Dang, who's cheering on his brothers, no pun intended, from BrotherhoodVN tonight. Afif Fouad is with us, Hazmi Azmi, Amarul Shafiq. We've got Kamil with us, Keen Hayar. We've got Hussein, Mazin, Shami, Kamil, Dang Sari. Lots of you tuning in from Vietnam, and a big shout out to our dear friend Frank Lucas. Let's go, amigos, says Faris Muzaddin. And it'd be remiss of me before we went on to not wish our superb technical director, without whom we wouldn't be able to bring you this great coverage throughout the course of this rotation, Mr. Samuel. He's an absolute star, and he's 41 plus tonight. Samuel, the man in the director's chair throughout the course of tonight. He's been an absolute superstar, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been wonderful since he's come in. He's only just joined us probably about 2.5 months ago, but he's been fantastic as a technical director. And Sambath, happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, good work, Sam. Great to have you on board. And a shout out to Vic as well. It's not his birthday, but he's brilliant as well. The young man of our starting lineup here at One Play Sports. Right, let's get down to business with what we've got on tonight. The One Play Pro Club Challenge bracket looks like this. We already know that Ticky, Tack are through to the final. A Rojak will have to make do with a third place playoff. And you can see it's quite simple from here, folks. Whoever wins tonight goes to the top gap there. Whoever loses has to make do with that playoff game, where there's still cash up for grabs, remember, against La Rojak Football for third place. Without any further ado, we can get stuck into tonight's feature. Amigos of Malaysia, BrotherhoodVN of Vietnam. This one, Nitin, it's impossible to call. We've been treated to some really close matchups in our semi-finals in the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. And to be fair, although Tiki Taka eventually got the better of La Rojak, they only got that done late on. And this, for me, of all 4 semi-finals we've had across the 2 competitions, on paper is the hardest one to make a decision on in terms of who's going to win. And I'm glad that's your job and not mine.
Yep, it's going to be very tough to pick a winner from these 2 sides, but someone's got to go through, and I actually do fancy this to be a pretty entertaining and high-scoring game as compared to the ones that we saw between Tiki Taka and La Rojak. Those were fiercely competitive and very tense games, but I do believe today we'll see 2 sides gunning for goals. So let's go on to the lineups. Amigos are playing as usual, a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation, a formation that I'm a big fan of. I think it gives you lots of attacking options. They have Rock Killer in goal, Max Nevis at right back, KSIIS at centre back, obviously a big KSI fan. Nazrin's at centre back, Easy Gamer left back, Grill 68 at CDM. Takif 21 in centre mid. Rivox, of course, the player manager, a fantastic player manager, also a national player for Malaysia.
National player manager.
Yeah, national player manager as well. So, lots of quality in this side. Hakim is a good cam. Afif Ferro and Izan up front will cause you lots of problems. So, Amigos are a side to watch out for.
I must mention Rivox because tactically he's the manager that's really stood out both for club and country through this competition. When he's needed to turn games round, he has done so.
Yep, agreed. And he's definitely in my line of sight for the player of the tournament
100
prize.
Singapore dollars could be up
Yeah,
for grabs.
so he's definitely one of them on the list. And if he keeps on doing the hard work, it'd be hard not to put him into the final shortlist. With regards to BrotherhoodVN, they are playing a 4-3-3, lots of whiff from them. Trey Ticky in goal, Ong Diaz left back, Bang Pham centre back, Lin centre back, Keen right back, Heisenberg, a quality central defensive midfielder, of course supported by Retro Kids and TK, who provide good attacking threat. Cool guy on the left, Hoi Nguyen striker, who has got 4 goals, and Mr. Chu VN at right wing. Actually, I'm hearing that there has been a last-minute change. Vincent Shin has been replaced by Lin at centre back. So a bit of internet issues perhaps in Vietnam.
Yeah, that's not the first time Vincent Shin's had to pull out very late notice connection issues, but better safe than sorry from a Brotherhood VN point of view. And incidentally, going back to our old argument about home advantage, the round of 16 dominated by teams at home in the second leg. The quarterfinals the other way round. 3 of the 4 quarterfinalists that went through played home in the first leg. But I'm 1 for 1 in the semi-finals. Ticky Tack with that home advantage going through in the first semi-final.
But I think in the C Nations Cup, the teams in the...
Yeah, but this is the West Wing, bro. It's all about the One
yeah.
Play Pro
But
Club
what I'm
Challenge.
saying is, again, your stats are not really, they're not shining through. They're not doing well for you. So
I'm still in
maybe
front.
we should start...
I'm still in front. You need to do your analysis.
Okay,
better.
we'll
add them up at the end.
I will add them up before the preview tomorrow.
Right. Nitin, as always, has given you a general summary of the teams, but he's been burning the midnight oil, over-analysing all the great action we've seen so far. He's found us the players to keep an eye on. Here are the superstars that are going to light up your screen. We're in for a treat tonight, Nitin, aren't we?
Of course.
You bet, Patrick. We start with the Amigos. Arriba, Andre, and their striker Afifuero was also important in their quarterfinal victory over the Thai gang. Akam finds him perfectly, and as usual, Afifuero always manages to find the killer touch. On to his second goal of the night, he started the move off before ending it off with some aplomb. A thunderous finish after brilliant work from player manager Rivox. The Malaysian Aguero, Afifuero, could make your team end up looking like zeros. Brotherhood VN's turn, and I'm going with their central midfielder TK. He has been instrumental throughout for his side but really shined in the quarterfinals, starting it all off with this delicate assist to the cool guy who smashes it home. He then showed Samba-like skills in the box, tricking his way through before winning a penalty. He took the responsibility on and planted it home. A cool, composed finish. He saved the best for last, tearing the Buffalo Run defense apart with a peach of a through ball for his teammate Titbon to tap home. An outstanding performance. You know it's going to be okay when you have TK.
Well, great stuff from Nitin as always. Statistically, the headline players for these two teams aren't the most experienced players we've seen. We've seen players play 1,000, 5,000, I mean, even higher games this season. You look at the stats for the two main men, Afi Fierro, 1,289 games, 523 goals. That's not the kind of ratio that's really rocketing him to the top of your attention. In the context of this tournament, he's been sharp. And Hoi Nguyen, we're raving about him as well as TK. TK less than 1,000 games and only 300 odd goals. But TK's play is the way he links it up. He's an assist man as well as liable to pop up with some spectacular goals.
Yeah, he's a wonderful little box-to-box midfielder. He does the defensive work, also gets really involved getting late runs into the box, and he's got fantastic close control skills, so great player.
Can see the game's very close. Let's get some more shout-outs. Adam is here. We've got Afi Fawad. We've given him a mention already. Ayman Abdullah, Emir Hazik, Apil Shafiq going for Rock Killer. There's a big Rock Killer and Afi Fuero fan club. They all seem to like him. Tuva's with us, and there's also a question for you here, Nitin. Who is your favourite Amigos player, they're asking?
Oh, arriba, Andrea, for the Amigos. I really like KSIS, I like Max Nevis, I like Rybox, I like Afifero, I like Heyman. But in terms of my favourite player, I'd have to go with Rivox.
Okay, just in time as we cross live to the Amigos Stadium for the first leg. Keep the comments coming on the Facebook page. I'll give you as many shouts out as I can, but I don't think there's going to be much time to breathe as we get underway with Amigos in the blue playing left to right and BrotherhoodVN in the white with an early interception courtesy of Chu playing from right to left. Remember, away goals count double. It's over 2 legs, and if we're all square after the away goals rule at the end of the 180 minutes, we'll go to golden goal, extra time and penalties. And still, all these matches in, what are we? 30th game in the Pro Club Challenge tonight. We've played 14 in the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, and we're yet to see a game go to a penalty shootout. Hakim, oh, this is a good start from the Vietnamese, and here is the aforementioned TK, and he very nearly got it through to Hun Yang, and Rock Killer has to pick up the pieces. Shout out to Bakri, who says, let's go. What's your prediction, Nitin, he's asking?
I'm going for the Amigos 3-1 on aggregate.
The Amigos 3-1, says Nitin.
Arriba!
Max Nevis, another international on display. Tafigo, here's a great chance, certainly for the Amigos. Afi Fuero, that was a sensational challenge from Ong Diaz, just getting a foot in the nick of time. 7 minutes in and already, Nitin, indications are this is going to be quite an open matchup.
Yep, I predicted that, we'd see quite a bit of goals today. And
over or under 3.5?
Over.
Over 3.5 as Nitin across the 2 legs tonight. We saw a goal fest yesterday between Thailand and Singapore, 6 goals over the 180 minutes. Here's Izan. Oh, lovely ball through Izan. Afi Fuero. Oh. And that was an important interjection. I think it was Bankham that got a touch. It may have even been Lin Hutt, the late call-up.
Oh, look at that
from Izan again. He's all over them early, Izan. Izan into the area. Lays it back to Hakim.
Save.
Great save from the traitor kid. And Thakif unable to get it going, but Rivox picks up the pieces. Rivox into the area, finds a man in space. It's Hakim again, and Hakim has brilliantly put it wide to try and get the cross in. Hakim looks up for options. The Vietnamese have been able to reset here, but it still gets back to Izan. Izan from an angle, and finally the Vietnamese get a foot in, and Keen gets it clear. But they're piling on the pressure. 15 minutes in, and the Malaysians knitted.
Yep, the Amigos are showing their intent. They want to get an early goal. They want their confidence to get boosted. So fair play to them. They started really positively.
Rivox, Afi Fuero! What a save! Trade to get it out for the first corner, 16.5 in.
I think that was deflected. Not sure if it was a save. I could be wrong, though.
I think he got the touch there. It was deflected. I think that was even more impressive. The fact he got the save after the deflection. Trade to Kidder, I know, has caught your eye. You were responsible for getting him a call up to the Thai national team, our dear friend Trong Dang, listening to your advice, but it's all Amigos now as we approach the 20-minute mark in this first half of the Amigos Stadium. You're watching live, second semi-final action in the One Play Pro Club Challenge. Izan to give the Amigos an early lead, and he's hustled out of it by Keen, but VN, I should say BrotherhoodVN, need to get the ball into Amigos territory. They managed to do it, but only to a blue shirt.
Yeah, they are struggling so far, the BrotherhoodVN boys, but fair play to them. It's still 0-0. Plenty of time for them to grow into the game.
And if ever you wanted an example of how these games can turn on a sixpence, you only have to look at what happened with Thailand and Singapore last night. Thailand in control with the 2-1 lead after the first leg and just trying to stroll to half-time at the Rajamangala. 2 goals in 3 minutes just before the break in the second leg turned the tide in Singapore's favour. Here's Chu.
Good
movement.
ball.
He was in acres of space.
He's off.
He was offside. It looked too good to be true, and it was knitted. But there's a warning sign for the Amigos. It was offside, but what a finish that was from Hoy.
Yeah, it was wonderful movement from Hoy to get past to find space in the box, and very unlucky to be called offside. A wonderful delivery from the right as well.
Yeah, Hoy already 4 goals in this tournament. No player on the pitch has scored more. Izan out to the left-hand side. It's getting end-to-end now. Rivox. Oh, he's got the skills to pay the bills. Rivox beats one man. Can he find a cross and find it to a blue shirt? Tucks it inside to Hakim. And Hakim is hustled out of it by Keen. He's having a very busy start to the game at right back for the Brotherhood.
I think all the Brotherhood defenders have had a very busy start to the game.
Here's Izan, edge of the area, Izan. Again, more good defending, but Izan still manages to get it back with an unmistakable mop of red hair. Rivox and TK. The engine room workup for BrotherhoodVN gets it away, but they just can't clear their lines at the first attempt. I don't think they've managed it once in the final third. Oh, lovely work from Izan. Izan again into the area, and they're having to commit double team movements here, BrotherhoodVN, and it's opening up some space in the area. As soon as they can find the right pass, Amigos, this deadlock could be broken, Knitted.
Yep, the Amigos are looking very threatening. Izan especially has been heavily involved in all the good work, so fair play to him. He's had a very good start, and hopefully the Amigos can get a breakthrough soon.
Another corner to the Amigos comes in and it's lumped clear by Lin Hut. Shout out to Azriel's with us, Bakri as well. Aris Nawa, Abdullah Al-Fari is with us, as is Mohammed Faiz Izzuddin. Don't forget to give us as many shout-outs as you can in the Facebook comment section. LSFC, like, share, follow, comment. In a game, well, you went over 3.5, didn't you? You're still confident of that? We've had a scoreless 35 minutes, even though there's been chances at both ends.
I do believe once a goal goes in, we'll see the floodgates start to open.
The cool guy tries to get the ball over the top, and it comes to Chu. Chu's made some space here, and that's good work from Ezren at centre-back for the Amigos to get it away. Heisenberg has found a man in space over on that right-hand side. This is better from the Brotherhood. And that was a risky pass. There was a blue shirt in attendance, and they've done well, Amigos, to win the throw inside their own half. But we're only now just over 6 minutes to half-time and still no goals here. Remember, if the BrotherhoodVN get the first goal here, and it's an away goal, the pressure piles onto the Amigos. And bearing in mind that the Amigos have had the lion's share of possession, I wonder psychologically how it would affect them as well. Lots of white shirts forward, not too many blue ones there. Afiero, though. Afiero showing great pace. He's usually up in the middle, and when he's not there, they have to really try and rely on Izan getting there. Ryvox. These two teams are evenly matched, aren't they? A game that could go either way. We told you it'd be a close one, and so it's proving as TK tries to get it through, but Grill. Great work in the middle of the park from Grill, but we are looking increasingly likely to have a goalless first half, or unless Amigos can make this chance count. A heavy touch from Afifiero didn't help his cause, and Bang Clam manages to get it away. Here's Ong Diaz. Oh, lovely skills from Ong Diaz. That was cool play, and that should be enough to take the BrotherhoodVN into the break on level terms as we play the last 30 virtual seconds of time added on at the end of the first half. Hold on, TK's played a great ball in. They're in the area. Here's Chu, it's deflected. Will they have time to take the corner? They'll probably have to play this direct. If they play it short, the whistle will go for half-time, and they'll be aware of that. So they're going to put this into the mixer and see if they can find a white shot on the end of it. It will be the last play of the first half, and it won't be a telling one. Surely the referee's going to blow for half-time now. We're already a minute and a half over the allocated 2 minutes, and indeed he does. Well, absorbing, fascinating, close, but goalless. And the Amigos fans clearly in the fuller voice there at the Amigos Stadium, but this game is still very much in the balance as the stats show, although the one telling stat there is no shots. That one effort they had in open play from Hoy was deemed offside, so it's the goalmouth action that's been dominated by the Amigos, Nitin.
Yep, I think the Amigos clearly the better side in that half. They dominated BrotherhoodVN, but having said that, BrotherhoodVN did find a few counter-attack opportunities where they, they almost made the Amigos pay. Nguyen, of course, got the ball into the back of the net, but was called rightfully for offside. So as much as the Amigos have dominated and got in behind, BrotherhoodVN still look like they're capable of getting a goal here, and yeah.
Let's get some shout-outs because the Facebook page is very busy. Hi, Cool saying good luck to the Amigos. Great analysis. If you've got some analysis, give it to us. Bakri says Brotherhood can't catch a break, but they might score on a counter. Amigos have to be careful while attacking. That's wise words from you, Bakri. Shout-out to our dear friend from the Valleys in Wales, Josh Lewis, with us again tonight. Great to have you with us, Josh. Hope everything's safe and well in the United Kingdom. Hashtag Eggcorn says Al Sacra. I've not forgotten. The eggs are on ice for Sunday, but we all know Malaysia are going to televis Singapore, and my head will remain intact and egg-free. Here's Hoy with that disallowed goal in the first half.
Just to check, is Egghorn on if you have a Malaysia-Singapore final in the Pro Club Challenge as well?
Is what, sorry?
Is Egghorn on?
No. No, I'm not getting involved. I think Ticky, Tack are strong. But having said that, these two teams are strong as well, whoever gets there. Here's Rybox inside to Thakif. Thakif through. Rakim. And here, Rybox into the area, and he's having a great game, a great call-up. Lin Hurt at centre-back, and he belts it clear, but Amigos get the throw. We played 6 minutes of the second half, and we're still goalless. Izan, Heisenberg, and away it goes.
For all Amigos' domination, I have to say BrotherhoodVN have looked pretty comfortable at the back, yeah.
Here's Izan. This is going to be the commentator's curse. We've both done it through these tournaments, just when you think something's going to happen, the game twists in completely the opposite direction. Here's some space for Rybox, cheeky ball through, but Keane was alive to it. Hakim Royce says he's the most underrated player in the tournament. He certainly had an impressive start to this game. Hakim putting the strings in cam for the Amigos.
Yeah, he's a very tidy player. believe he got a couple of assists in this tournament. So, you know, not very underrated, but again, he hasn't shown as much as some others have.
Here's that counter that Baku was talking about, but the Amigos survive and launch another attack of their own. But the clock is ticking down very fast here. Are we going to be going to the Brotherhood Stadium goalless? Looks like it at the moment, but it only takes a split second to score a goal in Pro Club. It's easy. Easy keeps the ball well. Hakim didn't have much space. Easy will have to look up and find an option, but look how tight the BrotherhoodVN defenders are sticking to their men, Knitted.
Yep, they are defending admirably at this point.
Afi Fuero blocked by Lin Huck, and away it goes. Afi Fuero is one of those classic centre forwards we've seen through this Pro Club rotation. They have very quiet games. We saw it with Shamir, we saw it with Wu Yang Ping, we've seen it with so many of the strikers, but they just pop up just when you've forgotten about them to break a deadlock.
Yeah, he's one of those strikers who, you know, doesn't really score as many goals as he probably
should.
Oh,
Rybox, Tacky! Great save, Tracer
save.
Kid. Comes out to the area to Izzy. Here's Rybox, and it was blocked by Zetron in the middle, but they're knocking on the door now, the boys in blue, Knitted.
Yeah, what a good breakthrough they made there. Good passing, but again, Tracer Kid standing tall and making a vital save for his side.
Thakif blocked again from Bang Pen. These Vietnamese players, thought for a minute that was going to be a pen, but it's a free kick just outside the area. Now, we're yet to see a spectacular free kick. Nitten's already gone through the fact that on FIFA 20 they are not easy to execute, never mind against a keeper of the quality of Tracer Kid. Who's going to step up here? Is it Heisenberg, Nitten?
I don't think so.
Let's have a look who's going to take a strike here. Thakif plays it short, comes to Afi Fuero! And that's deflected out for a corner. They worked that well, Nitten.
Yeah, they did, and Amigos will be wondering how they haven't scored so far, but that's down to a combination of good defending and good goalkeeping.
Have to say, Afi Fuero had a quiet game, but look at the stats. He still managed 5 shots on goal. That just goes to show the job he's paid to do on this Amigos pitch, and that is try and pepper the Tracer Kid's goal with efforts. But they're still going to be careful, as Bakri said, on the counter. BrotherhoodVN, we know they've got the class with the likes of the cool guy who likes playing havoc down that left-hand side to pop up with a goal.
Yeah, but, you know, a very dangerous side. They love playing these lofted through balls that, you know, really test the backline of Amigos. So they'll have to be very careful of not just the players running in behind, but, you know, how well they defend their defensive line.
You're still sticking with over 3.5 goals. Are you going to downgrade your goal prediction over the 2 legs?
Nah, I'll stick with my predictions. It's fine if I get them wrong. It's okay.
I know, but I think you might be right. If one goes in, there might be an avalanche. Here's Thakif. Thakif, can the Amigos get the goal their dominance probably deserves? Tracer Kid's made a couple of good saves, and the defence has been absolutely outstanding, and they'll give away a free kick there, the Amigos, and BrotherhoodVN will be able to goal for breath. Of course, the flip side of positivity for Amigos is that if it does stay near, they haven't conceded the away goal, so if they get the first goal at the BrotherhoodVN Stadium in the second leg, then the Vietnamese will have to score twice.
Yep, it's a bit of a risky strategy from BrotherhoodVN. I do believe they have come here looking for a 0-0. And their game plan has paid off so far, because, you know, there's been 0 to little attacking threat from them.
We've seen so many goals scored between the 80th and 90th minutes in this competition. Great ball from the cool guy! And Hyoy pumps it straight at Rock Killer, who wasn't called into action and hasn't had to make a meaningful save in this game yet, Rock Killer.
Yep, he's had to wait 77 minutes for his first save, and that's what a good goalkeeper is all about, keeping your concentration throughout the entire 90 minutes.
Irfan Alacon says, come on, Amigos, give them an arriba.
Arriba, Andre, come on, boys.
Here's Thakif. TK, great work, but gets it straight to Rybox. That wasn't the plan. Here's Izan. Izan cuts inside to Rybox. Off the post after the Tracer Kid pulls off a miracle save.
A great save there by the Tracer Kid, but again, I think he could have dealt with that a bit better. It was, it really shocked me that it actually bounced off the post.
Here's Hakim. Izan, they've got space galore from Hakim here. Hakim pulls it back. Izan! And these Vietnamese players of BrotherhoodVN are putting their bodies on the line. How are the energy levels looking, Knitted, on both sides?
They're looking good. Both sides haven't, haven't run about too much, I guess. They're all looking at about half stamina, so that's fine with 7 minutes to go. Probably could have worked a bit harder.
I think maybe they're saving themselves for a grandstand finish. Remember, the only scoreline, if it stays like this, it will take us to extra time after the second leg is 0-0. But who bet against that, the way the defences are playing? Afi Fuero, what a stand-up from Daz. But Afi Fuero stolen it, squares it, blocked from Lin Hutt.
Man.
And what a game Lin Hutt is having at centre-back. That late call-up for the unavailable Vincent Shin has played an absolute blinder. And the defence of the BrotherhoodVN, you get the feeling, deserves a clean sheet here, Knitted.
Yep, Heisenberg has been amazing as well. He's dropped back to form 5 at the back sometimes, and that's really helped in terms of stopping Amigos. Amigos like to play lots of close build-up and when you have numbers in the box, it's hard for them to do that.
Nitin analysed that the BrotherhoodVN came here for the draw. They are now 30 seconds virtually an injury time away from getting it. Are we set to go to Vietnam in a couple of minutes' time for the second leg all square? Or are BrotherhoodVN going to hit them with a sucker punch? Not like that. That was a poor pass. And Yakin might have time to help the Amigos launch one last attack. Max Nevis. I haven't had to talk about him much because there's not been much defending for the Amigos to do. The BrotherhoodVN boys have got more to do here. A lovely ball through from Rybox, but bang, Pierre, what about this backline of the Brotherhood of Vietnam?
What a game.
Who have sent this tie back to the Brotherhood Stadium, all square, 0-0 after a first leg, Nitin, that surely the Amigos would have felt they should have won.
Yeah, I think the Amigos, just look at the stats, 12 shots, 7 on target. Just the one shot and 1 on target for BrotherhoodVN. So in terms of, again, if this was a boxing match, it'd probably be a 10-8 round, but it is a football match and it's ended up 0-0. Yeah,
Athil Ikmal is with us. Shout out. Anthony Sanita Raj, our beloved COO, is on board. Shout out to Anthony. Abdullah Al Farahay. Rails is watching us. We've got Abdullah and Rise Salihin. All of you enjoying it. Keep the comments coming. We'll give you a shout out as and when, but I get the feeling this second leg is going to be action-packed. It's Amigos 0, BrotherhoodVN 0 after the first. So we'll be switching live to Vietnam for the second leg to see who'll go through to take on Ticky in Saturday's grand final. Stay with us right here on One Play Sports.
The Summer FISU World University Games is coming to One Play Sports this June. A celebration of international university sports and culture, showcasing today's stars and tomorrow's leaders. Catch the highlights from the 2015 and 2017 edition from Monday to Friday, only on One Play Sports. Coming up on One Play Classic this week.
All the goodies we've got for you here on One Play Sports. Don't forget, on a daily basis, to check in with our Facebook page. We've got some great content from all around the world. Even though there's hardly any live sport going on around the globe, we still break our backs to bring you entertaining action throughout the course of this COVID-19 crisis. And as you saw there, the latest addition to our portfolio is some great action from the archive of FISU, the World University Games. Been some great content there with track and field, with all kinds of sports, including football, coming your way. Check back for action as well as checking in with our great shows provided thanks to our partnership with our dear friends at Sports Singapore. Shout out to Tournament Director Youssef from VPG Virtual Pro Gaming. They have had a stellar tournament alongside us here at One Play Sports. It's a partnership we're very proud and happy to have on board here. So, Nitin, you went for over 3.5 goals. I think you're going to stick with that. You think there could be a flurry here, and we've seen flurries in the final half an hour virtually of games, so we could still have a goal fest, but more importantly, who's going through? Amigos couldn't win at home. Can they win away, just as Singapore did in Thailand at the Raja Mangala last night?
I'm not so sure we'll go above 3.5 at the moment. Again, it's okay to be wrong, but I do believe the Amigos will get an away goal, and I think they will go through in a 1-1 draw.
Also, keep an eye out for the connection issues in the second leg. We've seen so many games.
Yes, actually, speaking of that, BrotherhoodVN didn't really seem like themselves in that first game.
I wonder if they were suffering from lag.
Maybe we need to stop,
Okay, you'll be able to pick that out. I'm sure Nitin will analyse that inside the first 10 minutes. Choji said BrotherhoodVN will not escape in the second leg. Amigos, let's make the goals. Prediction from Phi Kang Yang says Brotherhood 2, the Amigos 0.
Very possible.
Shout out to Haikul, who's given the rather optimistic prediction of Amigos 10, Brotherhood 0. And he's done that, by the way, after a 0-0 first leg. I think
You're
he's being a bit
bro.
sarcastic. Faiz Ikwan is with us, as is Hazmi Azmi. Now, I've just had breaking news from Tournament Director Youssef of VPG. There is a change for the Amigos, and it's interesting there's a change up front. He's had a decent game for me, but he's going to be replaced by our dear friend, used to be Nova. So the question remains, who was he before then?
Who is he now?
Who was he before?
I have no idea. This guy
Well,
is
he was
such a
Nova,
mystery.
wasn't he?
He used to be Nova.
But who was he before?
But who is he now? That's the real question. If he used to be Nova, who are you now, bro?
And interestingly enough, another change. We saw Irfan Alarcon commentating and being a bit of a pundit on the comment section during the first leg. He is coming on for Ens Ren. So let me change my team sheet here. That's Alarcon. Need to make a note of that in at centre back. More changes as well. Now, we've criticised Singapore for making wholesale changes. The Malaysians now are fiddling with their team. Easy Gamer off, replaced by Shariel. So there's 2 changes at the back that the Amigos have gone with. And that's interesting, bearing in mind the defence had quite a quiet game. Tournament Director Yusuf, how close are we to crossing live to Vietnam for the second leg? 2 minutes, I'm being told. Seems like a bit of a delay, and I wonder whether that's got to do with connection.
Maybe, you know, and in terms of why Amigos are making so many changes, one possibility could be that they are using the players with the fastest internet to have good connections during the game. So that could be one of the reasons we're seeing a change in terms of personnel, because, in my opinion, they were quite superb in that first game, just couldn't get the ball across the line in terms of scoring a goal, but performance-wise, it was a good performance.
A shout out to two very dear friends of One Play Sports. Firstly, our friends at Ultras Pro Esports with the top man, The Rock, who's been a great friend to this coverage, and one of my favourite ladies in the whole of Singapore.
Oh wow!
Ashikin is watching us. You know,
hey Ash,
we
what's
do love
up?
a bit of Ash, the most glamorous girl in football, I think.
The
she is.
footballita.
Adib Nazrin says, "Come on, Amigos! Final game is waiting for you." Faris Mazzuddin is there as well. Quickly, get your predictions in. We've still got 60 seconds before we cross live. Your correct score prediction now is
1-1.
1-1, which would not take us to extra time. It would mean that the Amigos would go through.
Someone's
by
scoring.
virtue of the away
I'm
goals.
pretty sure we won't go to extra time. But having said that, now I'm sure this will come back to haunt me, and we'll go to extra time. But I do see goals. I do still see goals in this game.
Have you got a crystal ball?
I have an lucky 8-ball.
Bakri says, Nitin, you've got the same watch as me. What's
Oh,
your
nice,
watch?
bro. G-Shock.
Bit of G-Shock action going on. Do the best, Amigo says.
Great minds think alike, bro.
I'm and she's. And while we've got this delay, Vic, do me a favour. Let's run through to our friends what's happening on Sunday with the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. Our 2 great games coming. We know, of course, the final lineup for that already. We're on air, remember, slightly earlier, 10 p.m. Singapore time in our 2 finals nights over Grand Finals weekend. We start with the 3rd, 4th place playoff, $500 up for grabs, whoever comes out on top of Indonesia and Thailand. And then we've got our grand final immediately following that. The Causeway Clash to end normal. Malaysia against Singapore, we're estimating that starts around 11 p.m. That's to come on Sunday. We don't know the final lineup for Saturday in the Pro Club Challenge yet. We will in around about 15 minutes' time, unless we go, of course, to extra time and penalties. It's BrotherhoodVN against the Amigos. We head live to the Brotherhood Stadium in Ho Chi Minh as the final loading screen goes through, and I check my predictions coming in from all our friends here. Amigos 1, BrotherhoodVN 0. 2 goes 2-1, Amigos win. We've got Amigos 1, Brotherhood 0 from Faris. And Abdullah says, we've mentioned Izan too many times. I don't think we have. I thought Izan had a good game there.
Yeah, he was very involved, especially in that first half. What's wrong with mentioning him?
Here we go, pitch side.
Izan or something.
The LA Galaxy white for BrotherhoodVN, all blue for the Blue Boys of Amigos. As Nitin says,
Arriba, arriba, Andre!
the cool guy. Didn't see much of the cool guy, did we, in that first game? But he has popped up at some very opportune moments with big goals.
Yes.
Down that left-hand side, he has caused havoc throughout this competition. Ong Diaz, remember, they blew Buffalo Run away in the second leg of their quarter-final clash, BrotherhoodVN. But at the moment, they're just really trying to force Rock Killer into anything like a save. He only had one very straightforward save to make throughout the whole of that first leg, Nitin.
Yep, just one shot in total, and that shot was on target. So, an easy game for Rock Killer. You shouldn't expect an easy game here now, though.
Who's used to be Nova? Who was he before?
Oh my God, who is he now?
Hakim inside. It's Thakif. Nice work from Thakif. Nice play back to Hakim. This is nice from the Amigos Rybox. Tried to get it to Afi Fierro, but the ever-impressive TK is there to mop up and does really well under pressure to find the cool guy who produces some lovely skills to set sail down the left-hand side. Pumps one into the area. That was more in hope than expectation.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Yeah, I don't understand crosses like that sometimes.
Is the flag staying down here? It is. Here's Afi Fierro. What a challenge on
that's
Diaz.
a foul.
I thought that was a great challenge. That was harsh.
No, I have to say, I think Ong Diaz has been one of the best left backs throughout his entire tournament. He's been fantastic every time I've seen him play.
On the other side of the fence, Max Nevis is no mean man
same,
either.
yeah.
Rybox, so that was a nice work free kick routine, but Bang Piem gets it clear, only as far as Max Nevis. He's found Zafi Fuero, squares it to used to be off the post the second time. The Amigos have hit the woodwork. They just can't find a way into the BrotherhoodVN goal. And that away goal would have been priceless. It would have left BrotherhoodVN having to score twice when they've not really looked like scoring once. Here's Zafi Fuero on Diaz, the cool guy. They survive again, BrotherhoodVN. Here's TK. TK's got to run ahead of him if he can find him. But Thakif was brilliant, and Efi Fierro can bring it away. Oh, he's giving it straight to the cool guy. You'd only be doing that. The cool guy's found Hoy. Here's TK. Back to Hoy. Hoy on the edge of the area, deflected. That's going to be, I think, the first corner of this tie to BrotherhoodVN. 15 minutes in this first half of the second leg.
Yeah, both teams, we're seeing an exact replica of that first 15 minutes in that first game. Both teams were going out crazy trying to score goals.
Oh, good delivery. Oh, just over the bar. Did well to get there. He's having a good game, Lin Hat, isn't he, after that late call-up to replace Vincent Chin. It's a good night for him so far. Clean sheet, and he went not that close, but almost close from that header from the corner. Here's Choi. Oh, back flick went badly wrong. He's giving it straight to Thakif, and they could be in bother here. They've got to reset the defence quickly. Used to be Nova. Who was he before? Here's Thakif. Thakif into the area, and more fantastic defence from Lin Hunt, who's an emerging for me, Nitin, as a contender for Man of the Night.
Yep, very solid display from him. It's hard sometimes to come in to these high-pressure situations and perform, but he's done exactly that.
Now, I'm hearing stories that there's bad connections here in Vietnam. Abdullah is saying the Vietnamese connection is obviously very bad. TK's a bit cautious with his passes back here. I wonder if that's got anything to do with the connection. Have we got any players as bots out there? I think that's the referee, so that's not a bot. Well, it is a bot, but you know what I mean. So far they're all connected, but the lag, can you notice? I'm hearing the left back. Ong Diaz has gone, apparently. That could be a huge blow.
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
But if Ong Diaz has gone, that's a huge blow. Here's TK. Can BrotherhoodVN cope with the connection issues and somehow come through this tie? The lag does look to be affecting the Nitin. You said you'd have a look at the first half an hour of play and make a decision. Are you seeing more evidence that BrotherhoodVN are being handicapped by that?
I'm not seeing evidence in terms of the way they're playing, but I'm seeing evidence in terms of the style they're playing. They're not as fluid as they usually are, so that all points to lag usually.
I'm slightly confused. I don't see Ong Diaz playing as a bot. Oh, there is. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cursor.
No cursor, so it's a confirmation that Ong Diaz has gone. And of course, he will be able to connect back up for extra time. Yusuf, yes or no?
Yes.
No, apparently.
Extra time, no.
No.
Yeah.
Extra time, no, I'm being told. Oh, that's a great ball. Space from Rybox, the tactical genius of club and country, has come up with a crucial goal. We won't have extra time now, and BrotherhoodVN will have to score twice to prevent 2 Causeway finals over the weekend. 29 gone. It's BrotherhoodVN 0, Amigos 1, 1-0 aggregate as well, and the Amigos have that precious away goal finally, Nitin.
The all-important away goal by the all-important player manager, Rybox. I mentioned pre-match that he's in my list for player of the tournament. Well, you're in the final shortlist now, brother. Fantastic goal. And you always provide for your club when they need you, so fantastic stuff.
BrotherhoodVN have got to score at least 2 goals. Can they get back on level terms quickly? Good header clearance from Max Nevis. Only as far as Heisenberg on the
good save.
And Rock Killer. That was a tricky one to get right, Nitin, because he could easily have palmed it into the path of the onrushing striker.
Yeah, but a shout out to the bot. It was quite a venomous shot from distance. Definitely tested Rock Killer there.
Lots of requests for you to give and Arriba after that goal.
Alamak, okay. Wait. Try to get one more goal. Sorry, I forgot about that, boys. My bad.
Thakif, inside he goes. Can they get a second? That would be game, set, match, surely, even with a half to go. Oh, look at that from Thakif! Squares it! Save traitor kid! And BrotherhoodVN survive, only just. But Amigos are threatening to put this game to bed before half-time.
Yeah, but it looks like it's going to be that way because, BrotherhoodVN will have to start committing men forward. They need 2 goals. And that's just going to leave lots of space in behind for the Amigos to counter-attack.
Oh, TK muscled out of it. Here's Grill to bring it away. The Amigos seem to be playing with the greater swagger, and now they've got that goal. The confidence is pouring through them. Here's Afi Fuero inside to Hakim. Hakim. Down the line it goes.
Corner.
And it will be a corner. A second goal just before half-time could be a killer. We saw the effect the late first half goals in the second leg had on Thailand. Yesterday, there was no way back in it for them. Oh, there was a free header there, I thought, for KSI. Only as far as Grill, who puts it straight to Chu, but they can't clear it. And used to be Nova. Who was he before? Afi Fuero!
Oh! Arriba, Andere, Afi Fuero!
Afi Fuero in 42 minutes surely put this game beyond the reach of the Vietnamese. And the Amigos are booking a date surely with Ticky on Saturday night. It's BrotherhoodVN 0, Amigos 2. And the home team in the second leg are having a nightmare, Nitin.
It is a fantastic goal by Afi Fuero. You know, got the first touch, controlled the ball well, shifted it to his left foot. A beautiful finesse shot past the keeper.
Oh.
Every FIFA player's dream. Well done, Afi Fuero. BrotherhoodVN now need 3 goals.
And it gets worse. Ong Diaz, played as a bot, gets a yellow card for that foul. We are into the final seconds of the first half. Well, trade ticket didn't come for that. Heisenberg mops it up. And I wonder if you're the player manager of BrotherhoodVN, if you are Heisenberg going into the sheds at half-time, how can you turn this round? It would be impossible if they concede again, but that cross straight to Trade Ticket. What do you say to these Vietnamese boys at half-time to try and get them back into this? And they've now got to score 3 goals without reply.
Yeah, I think they're definitely facing some leg issues. We've seen the dropout of Ong Diaz, but, you know, they still got 45 minutes in this competition. Maybe 3 goals might be stretching, but it is possible. And perhaps I would say, if I was Heisenberg, I'd say let's win the second half, boys. Even if we don't get the result that we want, let's at least leave on a positive note.
And I tell you something, we've given Singapore plenty of stick for team changes that have gone wrong. What about the changes Amigos made going into this second match? Because used to be Nova. I don't know who he was before, but he's been very busy in that first 45, and he's certainly had a positive impact.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is now, but he's had a positive...
He used to be Nova.
Yeah, but... Okay, never mind. Anyway, again, full credit to Rivox. The guy knows what he's doing. He's a very cool, calm manager. Makes the right decisions. Got the all-important first goal in this game. So, Rivox is a name you should remember, folks.
The boys on the chat room, Nitin, are convinced that the connection is really affecting Vietnam. Trung Dang says all attack now. And there's some sage advice from Abdullah Al-Fahi. Says, let's all eat Maggie when it's half-time. So I hope you enjoyed your Maggie and are settled in for the second half. Can BrotherhoodVN pull off the greatest escape act since Houdini was chained to a bridge in New York? And they very nearly conceded a third. Here's the bot on Diaz, who helps them get it clear. Here's TK. Must be so frustrating if this connection issue is worse than it's coming across for BrotherhoodVN. They simply have to score first in the second half, and they have to do it quickly, and otherwise it's all over.
Yeah, but you know, I don't want to take any credit away from the Amigos, but we have not really seen the true BrotherhoodVN here. They've been playing inside themselves, and it's been weird. It's been a weird performance from BrotherhoodVN.
Hakim into the book, first yellow card for Amigos in this one. Royce Ung says Hakim has been on fire. His vision was sublime in the first half. Couldn't disagree with that. Him and used to be Nova were running the show. Ayip Rock is loving Rock Killer, who's not had much to do in truth, has he? As TK gives away a free kick in a dangerous area for the Amigos. A third goal here, and you can stick a fork in this one, folks. It will be done. What's the option here? They're going to just try and loft this into the 6-yard area. There's only a couple of blue shirts in that 6-yard box. They try and be cute and get it clear. Rybox, Lin Hyuk manages to get it clear, but they're going to have to start gambling now, BrotherhoodVN. Nitin. Doesn't matter what scoreline they lose by, they've got to try and get a goal, but Tacky is it again. That was a foul, surely. Referee plays advantage. They're through again, and what an acrobatic clearance that was from Bang Pam. Brilliant stuff at centre-back for the Brotherhood.
Yeah, top-notch, last-ditch defending there. He had to get his foot on the ball, and that's exactly what happened, but good creativity there with the chip-through ball. Really like that.
Here's Lin Hud again. Oh, they can't get it going, can they? Used to be Nova. I don't know who he was before, but he's played a great pass down the left there. And their goal side, Afi Fuero gets it in. Bang, Pam. And Retro Kid should clear. Retro Kid should clear, and eventually does. And there's plenty of space for King to work with, but that was close, Nitin. They were flirting with danger there.
Yep, and you know, the Amigos are sensing there's something wrong with BrotherhoodVN. They're pressing very high. They're pressing, you know, like a pack of wolves. Always 3-4 players surrounding the player, and it's fantastic to see BrotherhoodVN are struggling at this point.
If we are going to get ahead of ourselves and assume that Amigos are through to take on Tiki Taka, who do you make favourite for that matchup on Saturday night, Nitin?
Tiki Taka, Singapore, bro, always.
TK, inside it goes. We're going to have 2 Causeway finals by the look of it, unless the cool guy can do something about it. The cool guy, nice ball over the top. Rock Killer, that was really good goalkeeping. Rock Killer's hardly had anything to do, but the 3 times he's been called into action, he's been foot and hand perfect.
Exactly, nothing to do, but you know, he's kept his concentration high. He's always delivered whenever he's been needed, and you know, you can't ask more from your goalkeeper. He's looking like he's going to keep 2 clean sheets here today. That's
a rare misplaced pass from Rybox, only finds Heisenberg. The 2-player managers mixing it up in midfield. Here's TK, the cool guy with a nice touch. Gets it to Zitran, but they've come away with it again. And Afi Fierro, if he can try and switch this, there's a man on the left-hand side, but he couldn't get it through to Used to Be Nova, and the cool guy brings it away. Into the final 25 minutes we go. Quite simply, Nitin, is it possible for Brotherhood VN to score 3 times in 25?
Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? No. So I don't think there's enough time, and the Amigos are just playing a bit too well at this point.
Ong Diaz inside to Bang Prem. Here's Heisenberg. Lee Hyuk. They defended so well in that first leg, Brotherhood VN, but it's going to come to naught after that incredible Rivox goal. And Afi Fuero's latest goal of this tournament. He's now up to 4 for this competition. Wu Yang Ping out of the competition after Katnino had dumped out in the last stage, but he's got 6 goals, of course. Here's Heisenberg. Can they get a goal here to make it interesting with 20 minutes to go? Here's Choi. Good work from Easy at the back, and he should be able to clear this eventually. Rather unconventional what he did there.
Yeah, he tried to flick the ball up and do something fancy, but if you're leading 2-0 on aggregate, sometimes you're allowed to do stuff like that, but don't make yourself look silly.
Here is Afi Fuero. Can they put the icing on the cake here? Hakem gets it to Used to Be Nova. Look at this work from Used to Be Nova. Finds the man on the edge of the area. The man is Hakem! Just over the bar.
He's had a he's had a really strong performance today as Hakem. I would have wished that he could get his name on the score sheet, because you know, he deserves a bit of that limelight, but just slightly too over there.
But this game is over as a contest in terms of the 2 legs, Nitin. Now just 15 virtual minutes to go,
over,
which equates to 2 minutes, and they're not going to score 3 times. Anything they get now will surely only be a consolation. The cool guy, it's just not happening for them in the final third. It hasn't all night, Nitin, has it?
Yeah, but again, there's been something off about the Vietnamese performance today. I'm not taking any credit away from the Amigos. I'm just saying Brotherhood VN haven't looked good today.
Let's give Brotherhood VN some credit, though. They're still pitching away. They're still fighting. Their heads haven't gone down, and they've not given up the ghost yet. But it's time-wise now looking an impossible task.
Yep, the Vietnamese are very proud people, and as you can see, they are trying to fight with every second they have left. So full credit to them and their manager.
Yeah, the cool guy who's been a star in this competition gets it to Choi, but Easy's too strong. And that, for me, has been the difference. In the tackle, the Amigos have just been that bit stronger than Brotherhood VN in the middle of the park. Can't really pick too many holes in the Brotherhood VN defence on the night, but in midfield, it's the Amigos that have won the important battles.
Yep, the aggression you just saw Used to Be Nova. He's supposed to be playing as a striker, but he was at the left mid position, and he won the ball back for his side. So in terms of aggressiveness, I have to say that the Amigos rule today.
Oh, look at this from Used to Be Nova. It's beautiful, and a winner corner.
Used to Be Nova.
Into the final 6 minutes we trot, and we are about to witness Amigos booking their slot to take on Ticky Tacker on Saturday. The Brotherhood VN will have to make do.
Oh, one more.
Here's a chance. Used to Be Nova. I don't know who he was before, but I know that's a beautiful goal. Used to Be Nova, called into the side for the second leg, has got the goal his industry deserves, and they are going through in style now. Amigos 3, Brotherhood VN 0 on the night, 3-0 on aggregate, and it's game over.
He used to be Nova, but he's a match winner today. Fantastic movement by him. He expected that the ball would drop to him at the far post, and he was ready for it. Chested it down, got it under control, and smashed it past the keeper. Fantastic stuff.
Don't seem like they're done yet, though. They're going for a 4th. This is sending a message out to Tiki Taka. Traitor Kid taking a chance there. Credit to him for trying to keep that in play, because goal kicks were no good to them. What a fascinating matchup it's going to be. 2 causeway clashes coming your way live on One Play Sports this weekend with our Grand Finals weekend preview show. Remember, $5,000 up for grabs. It's going to be won by some of the best pro clubbers in Southeast Asia live at One Play Sports. TK,
good
can
ball.
They get a consolation?
They deserve
it. Took a deflection and it going to the hands of Rock Killer, and that will be that, Nitin.
I would have loved to see what's happening there?
Goodness gracious me.
The goal kick just hit the
defender.
grill. It was a weird one. It could have bounced off his head and went back in, but I wish Brotherhood VN got a goal today. I think, you know, just in terms of a consolation would have been nice.
Brotherhood VN won't be in the final. They'll have to make do with a $500 game in the 3rd place playoff against La Rojak. But all roads lead to the Tiki Taka Stadium for the Amigos of Malaysia. It will be Singapore against Malaysia in Saturday night's One Play Pro Club Challenge final. They have comprehensively got the better of Brotherhood VN, 3-0, and even more impressive, Nitin, all 3 goals came away from home after they failed to score at the Amigos Stadium in the first leg.
Yep, you know, to be fair to the Amigos, they really should have scored in that first leg, created multiple chances.
Hit the post twice.
Yeah, they hit the post twice over both legs, and Yeah, only one team was going to win today. The Amigos was superb. BrotherhoodVN, thank you for taking part in the competition. You were a real credit to the competition. You carried yourself very professionally, and we are so proud to have you, and we hope to see you soon in perhaps a season 2.
3 goals, 29th minute, 42nd minute, and 85 minute. Rivox, Afi Fierro, and used to be Nova respectively. Nitin will talk you through them because they were all great strikes as well, Nitin. Nothing scrappy about them. And I suppose you have to really put the spotlight on the opener from Rivox on the half-hour mark, because it was that goal that I think really gave Amigos the confidence that they were going to go on and win this game comfortably, and they didn't mess around trying to pass it from side to run the clock out. They went for the kill, and they got the kill.
Yeah, but I remember saying I think all it takes is one goal for the floodgates to open sometimes, and that's exactly what happened. Rivox, being the player manager, he was fantastic in trying to get that one goal.
Oh,
no
they've
highlights.
left the game.
No.
And that would be BrotherhoodVN leaving the game. I think maybe, I will give them a pass. I mean, it's a shame we couldn't see those goals again. By the way, you'll get to see them because Nitin and myself will be bringing you a highlights package. It will be posted on the Facebook page tomorrow. Our top man Vic will be editing that immediately after the show. But you can understand the BrotherhoodVN frustration because that's a night they just want to forget. We don't know the severity of the connection issues, but anything that could go wrong for them did go wrong for them ultimately.
Yep, it was a very weird performance from BrotherhoodVN. We have seen them play some wonderful attacking football throughout the tournament. That wasn't seen today. I do believe they had leg issues. Ong Diaz dropped off. But having said all that, again, not taking anything away from the Amigos, they were brilliant today. They were the better team today, and they deserve their place in the finals against Ticky.
Could you say with a certain amount of confidence that even without the connection issues, BrotherhoodVN would still have been second best tonight? Or is it
I can't say that because you know you never know in FIFA if Heisenberg gets his tactics right. And, they play a blinder. They could easily win that first leg 4-0 or something. And, so many what-ifs.
Nitin said that Rivox is a contender for his player of the tournament, and you can understand why, not just the goal, but his tactical decisions, because having failed to make the breakthrough despite being on top, he made the bold call to make changes. Alacon came in at the back. They weren't troubled at the back at all. But used to be Nova was the key change, coming in to replace Izan. They looked a far more potent threat coming forward. And there's a great point made here online by Mohammed. Let me just get the name here just to check who made the point, and it's an accurate one. Mohammed Akmal, that used to be Nova, was involved in all 3 goals.
Yes, he was. He was a very good replacement for Izan, who I thought was decent in that first game, but used to be Nova, has probably claimed his spot as the striker to start alongside Afi Fierro in the finals.
Right, how are we, Vic? Are we ready to rock and roll with the confirmed matchups for our grand finals weekend? We are. Vic's done great work, as always, to turn these round quickly. Here we are, then. This is the setup for the finals night on Saturday, this coming Saturday in just 48 hours' time. The 3rd and 4th place playoff will be first, 10 p.m. Singapore time. La Rojak against BrotherhoodVN, and then Ticky Tack take on Amigos in the grand final. Estimated to start at 11, but you don't want to miss the action, so be with us from 10 p.m. $5,000 up for grabs for the best FIFA pro clubbers in Southeast Asia. One Play Sports have made it happen. You don't want to miss a trick this weekend. And we have got you covered on all bases. Maybe no live game tomorrow night, but we're bringing you a preview show. It will come to you at 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. We're hoping to speak to all 4 managers of our 4 finalists, who, of course, 2 from Singapore, 2 from Malaysia now for both club and country. You'll see Nitin and myself with that at 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8.
Looks like we'll have to interview Rivox twice then.
That's a very good point. He deserves it, though. I've got plenty of questions to ask him.
Fair play to him, man.
You probably want to ask what his secrets are, so you can get a little bit. He's probably the only one that can teach you something about
I would like to play with Amigos sometime, just to feed some.
That's a great point you make. That's some feat by Rivox for managing and playing for club and country and reaching both finals. Because, of course, there's no Singaporean internationals in the Tiki Taka lineup.
Yes, and no Singapore. Yeah, of course, we've already been through that, though, why they don't want to play. So we'll just have to make do with the Singapore team. And when I say make do, no disrespect to the Singapore team. You guys have done a fantastic job in terms of getting to the final. And I believe in you boys.
Right, here we have it. Before we say goodnight for tonight, let me run you through the 4 games still to play in this rotation of what's been an enthralling FIFA Pro Club action on One Play Sports. We start on Saturday the 13th of June. Note the earlier start time, 10 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. The 3rd and 4th place game, $300 Sing dollars up for grabs for the winners of La Rojak Football of Singapore against BrotherhoodVN of Vietnam. And that will be followed back-to-back games as we cross to the grand final. Ticky, Tack of Singapore against Amigos of Malaysia. 2 Causeway finals coming your way live on One Play Sports this weekend. That's Saturday. And on Sunday, 3rd and 4th place playoff in the One Play Sports Nations Cup sees Indonesia take on Thailand. 10 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8 start time for that. $500 up for grabs in that one. And of course, Wu Yang Ping and Zihars both in contention for the Golden Boot and Golden Gloves respectively. But the showpiece occasion to bring the curtain down on this rotation, a Causeway clash for the ages. Malaysia, managed by Rivox, the superstar player manager, up against Singapore, who have been marshalled brilliantly despite my criticism by Nasri. And of course, I have committed. I don't think they can do it. Who am I? I'm a Rivox man. Rivox is a genius. There's no way Nasri can get the better of him. If Singapore win, I will egg myself and literally end up at the end of this rotation with egg on my face. You don't tell me you think Nasri can get the better of Rivox. I don't believe you truly believe that. Look into your soul. Dig down into your heart. You don't believe Singapore can beat Malaysia on Sunday.
Of course, I believe Singapore can beat Malaysia on Sunday. I even believe Singapore can beat Brazil sometimes. That's the kind of fool I am. So,
do you believe you can fly?
No.
Do you believe you can touch the sky?
Yes.
I think about you every night and day.
Oh, nice,
Spread
bro.
your wings and fly away. Speaking of which, it's time for us to say goodnight. Another happy birthday to our technical director, Sam. The notorious one will be back with me on our preview show tomorrow night at 11 p.m. And make sure you join us for that because it'll be a chance to hear from Rivox. And if you're an avid gamer, he might be able to give you some tips before he knuckles down to a very busy weekend for Rivox, isn't it? In fact, a very busy weekend for lots of those Amigos players who are going to pull double duty for club and country. Ticky Tacker, is that an advantage to them? One last question for Ticky Tacker that they've only got Sunday to worry about.
Is it an advantage to
Yes.
them? No, I think they would have loved to have been part of the Singapore team, you know, getting the coverage that we're giving. We're
Well,
doing
they clearly wouldn't because they've not put themselves up for selection.
No, I think that was we found out that day that there was a bit of an administrative issue that they didn't play in a specific league or something like that.
No, the administrative issue is Rojak didn't register their statistics for qualification, but Ticky Tacker have made all those players and said we're concentrating and committing to club. Now they've made that decision. They, of course, have got to produce the goods against an Amigos team who are prioritising country as well as club.
Yeah, you know, let's not go into all that. I just wanted to say, I remember when we started this tournament, we wished for Causeway clashes in the final. And that's exactly what we got.
With all due respect, of course, to our friends from Thailand,
of course.
Indonesia. And let's give a shout out. This will be the final word now, because I know everyone wants to go to bed. It's midnight Singapore time. Let's give a shout out and a big thanks. We still will, of course, see Vietnamese teams in action and a team from Thailand as well in the C Nations Cup 3rd, 4th place playoff. But we've been blessed to have gamers from Myanmar, from Brunei, from the Philippines join what's been a festival of FIFA over the course of the last 3 months. But every good thing has to come to an end. And for this rotation, it comes to an end this weekend. Don't miss the action Saturday and Sunday from 10 Singapore time and the preview show tomorrow night at 11. Stay safe, stay well. And even though we're coming out of COVID, realise you've got to
sanitize.
See you tomorrow at 11, folks.
See how much he put on me.